if the new condos are not selling right now in 2024, 2025, fast forward 4 years, 5 years from now, there's going to be a shortage of condos. What's expected in 2028 in terms of completion of condos? They're expecting about 8,000 units to go into occupancy.
So guys, this was our first episode of 2025. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it if you like it.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Reality Check, where we discuss what's happening in Toronto's real estate market, where it's going, and help you make informed decision buying and selling real estate. I'm here with Sanaz.
Hey everyone.
And we're gonna see what's going on in 2024.
Definitely.
Overall, what happened?
What happened in 2024?
Yeah, what happened in 2024? So, what we're gonna talk about today is how 2024 panned out.
Okay.
To what to expect in 2025 in terms of different segments of the market. How we're gonna expect the freehold to perform, condo market, and pre-construction. And the pre-construction leading into the assignment, because if you've been following us, you know assignment market is where it has been, in my opinion, in terms of all the deals.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to discuss. So let's get into it.
Okay, Nima, we're going to talk about numbers, right? Are you starting from December?
So let's start actually from beginning of the year.
Okay,
January,
let's do it,
and see how things panned out. Because in January, we started the year off, in my opinion, pretty good, because we had a shorter month just because of when the schools started. Schools started, I think, about like 8-9 days into the year.
Yes.
And by the time it started, usually sales and people going back to the purchasing, they almost came into the market halfway into January.
Yes.
So sales kind of picked up in January. February, things got heated up, in my opinion, because there was a lack of inventory. And as we can see here, the month of inventory dipped down below 2 months of inventory. And that's when we actually started to see multiple offers happen back in February.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Fast forward to April, we had the news about the capital gain tax coming out. So we had a flood of condos coming to the market. 1 bedroom and 1 bedroom plus den condos, like literally flooded downtown Toronto, uptown Toronto, Vaughan area. So much so that in some areas, like there was an area that we talked about in some of the previous episodes in Vaughan in February, in Transit City, which is Highway 7 and 405 condos. Yeah. There was only 17 two-bedroom condos among 5 condo towers.
Yes.
In April, that hit over 36.
I remember you had a listing back.
Yeah. And in May, it jumped up to 80. By June, there was 96 two bedrooms in 5 towers. Wow. So how are you going to sell 96 condos
in.
And there were like, maybe each month there was 1 or 2 selling. And the ones that were selling, they were selling at discounted prices. So much so that some of the prices dipped well below $800 a square foot. I think things were hovering at around $750 a square foot.
Kind of desperate sell, right?
Yeah, like whoever had to sell would sell. And the other problem was majority of the condos in that area are cookie cutter condos.
For sure.
All the 1 bedroom plus tenants were almost the same floor plan. So when you have the same type of condo, different floors, and you got 10 of them available for sale, the only differentiation becomes the price.
100%.
So whoever is giving the best price, and majority of these buyers were investors, so the ones that were selling for the lowest price were selling.
Yeah.
So that's what happened in April.
That's always the case, right? So,
well, I mean, if you got a good unique condo, if you got something that there's not something like it, if you got a spectacular view, those type of units, you can command a premium.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. We had a 2-bedroom penthouse downtown. That was a one of a kind. And the price per square foot set a record. And that was sold back in December, which was not the best time to sell a condo, but it sold for a really good price. And it sold relatively quickly. The price of the condo was over $2.5 million. And it sold in 2 weeks. So because, first of all, it was an end user product. So someone downsizing from a house that was the ideal condo, that was 2,200 square feet. There was not a lot of condos like that on the market. And third, in my opinion, the presentation was great. Like the
Beyond
pictures, like
expectations.
the stagings were good. So things worked out all together. So that's what happened back in April, May, June. We had the first interest cut happening
in June.
And things started to pick up. And from that point on, June, July, August, things were still slow till October. Yeah. And around October is when we actually see, as you can see, the months of inventory for the very first time.
Yes.
In about 4 months, finally dropped below 3.8 months of inventory. And November, again, things were looking a little bit better. We're still at less than 4 months of inventory, but in December, again, historically things don't sell as much. We had just over 3,300 sales, still over 15,000 units on the market at the end of December. Keep in mind, the active listings are lower in December. Reason being, a lot of people take their listings off the market.
Yeah. So guys, this was our first episode of 2025. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it if you like it.
Before Christmas. And they bring it back on in January. So I'm pretty sure in January, we're going to see a surge in listings, surge in number of sales, especially with the interest rates set to probably decline again more. In January, we have January 29th is the announcement for the interest rate. So hopefully, things are going to look much better.
That's why we're going to have a good spring.
Yeah. So with that being said, average price has started at $1,026,000. It peaked in May. At $1,166,000 almost. And we ended up in December at $1,067,000. So roughly, we started at $1,026,000. We ended up $1,067,000. Days on the market, 36. We're still over 1 month of inventory. So overall, things have been steady.
Yeah.
If you're looking at, average price year over year in December, the average price was a slightly lower. So it was about 1.6% lower. Active listings shot up, so almost 50% higher, and sales were still lower by about 2%. So that's a recipe for lower prices. So
the month of December.
That was months of December. So overall, what did you think of 2024? Because we also ended the year at about 67,000 sales. Last year we were at about 66,700 sales. So we're almost 1,000 sales higher. So 2.5% higher in number of sales. Do you think 2025? How much
I believe
more
that
how many more transaction we can expect?
Well, I believe that 2025 is going to be the adjustment year for real estate. 2024 was a really challenging year for real estate, right? So to be honest, I don't want to predict any numbers or give any numbers, but I think we're going to see a very good year compared to 2024.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
well, no, 100%.
What do you think? Do you think any numbers that you want to guess?
Overall, I think the prices are going to go up higher on average. I mean, probably I'm going to have a video about prediction of 2025.
Okay.
But I think the prices are on average going to go up higher by about 5%. Majority of the jump is going to be in the freehold segment. Condo segment is most likely going to be flat. And I'm going to talk about why the condo market is going to be flat. And
with all this pre-construction and everything, of course, it's going to be... But we're going to have a good 2025.
Yeah. Let's see.
Price-wise, in terms of the rate, obviously the buyers now, it's a very good time. We're going to see a very good spring. And as you said, the prices is going to, go up compared to 2024.
Yeah. So let's actually talk about what's going on in different segments of the market, because the detached market is I think where we're gonna see majority of the jump. So in January of 2024, we started in Toronto. The average detached was 1,570,000. In December, it ended up at 1,624,000.
Yeah.
And at the peak of the year, which was around May of 2024, the average detached peaked at 1.8 million.
Yeah.
So over 1.8 million, 1,826,000. So, I mean, from January to May, we had 16% increase in detached, but by the end of the year, we had about 3.5% increase. York region, almost the same story. In January, we started at 1,570,000, ended up at 1,643,000. The condo market has been pretty flat, I would say, because in January we started at $665,000, ended the year at $654,000, so about $10,000 drop, but it was always hovering around the 670. It went as much as 706, and then it dropped down to 650. And the reason we see a decline in the condo market is the number of condos that came on the market.
Yes.
In 2024, we had about 30,000 units going into occupancy. A lot of these units not only sold on assignment, come on the market on assignment, which was tough to gauge because the statistic wasn't being reported on MLS because they were all off market. A lot of them closed and that they couldn't sell on assignment. They put it back on the market. So that a lot of people that had to sell, drop the prices, they got rid of the units. Okay, so let's talk about different areas and their different average prices.
Sure.
So in GTA, the average price in December ended up at $1,067,000.
Yeah.
Toronto region, $1,033,000, mostly because of a lot of condos on the market. York region, $1,268,000.
Wow.
And Mississauga, below $1,977,000. Durham region, $930,000. And Oakville, which is one of the most expensive areas, $1,394,000. So these are the average prices taken into consideration: condos, detached, townhomes, semis. And I think we should talk about right now how the condo market is performing. What do you think?
Well, that's a question you should answer because you're expert in that area, like we all know.
So the condo market overall, because of the surge of supply, has been in a little bit of a standstill overall. So what I want to talk about right now is first talk about how the resale market is doing, then talk about how the pre-construction segment is doing, and try and compare how they are performing relative to each other. So let's just start. First of all, I want to start with a chart that really compares from when the market was hot in terms of resale condos, and then go all the way from 2021 and compare 2024.
Okay.
So we've built a chart here that shows the number of sales. So in 2021, the average monthly sale of condo was around 2,800 sales. Active listings were about 3,200. Months of inventory was just over 1 month, about one and a half, not even 1.5 months, so 1 month.
Nima, sorry to interrupt. We're talking about 2021, right?
This is 2021 when the market was hot, and average price of a condo was sitting at $681,000.
Yeah.
For the whole year.
Yeah.
In 2022, we got to take into consideration around March, the interest rates started to go up.
Yeah.
In March of 2022, we had the highest average price for a condo, sitting at $808,000. From that point on, things started to slow down. So in March, we had about 3 weeks of inventory of condos, and that's what led to prices going up. Yeah. From that point on, the inventory started to build up. If you can see here, we see from 3 weeks, we went to almost month and 3 weeks. Then we're 2.5 months, then over 3 months, then over 3.5 months.
It was just going
we hovered around the 3 months of inventory overall, and the average price from $808,000 dropped down to $705,000 by the end of 2022. So now let's take a look at 2023. 2023, again, we started close to 4 months of inventory. We ended the year at the end of 2023 by almost 4 months and 3 weeks of inventory.
Okay.
And the
Just
average,
for condo.
just for condo.
Just for condo, guys.
And the average price even fell below the 705,000 to 682,000 in December.
Yeah.
And then in 2024, things start to even look worse because we started the year at 3.5 months of inventory, and we ended the year by almost 7 months of inventory. So that's pure buyer market territory for condos.
So guys, this was our first episode of 2025. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it if you like it.
Condo market going into 2025 is going to be in the same boat because of the sheer number of condos that are coming into completion.
What about the prices? In terms of the price, what do you think?
So the price has actually held pretty steady. So I mean, in December 2023, we ended the year with 682,000.
Yeah.
Overall, the average price on all the month, when we get all of the month and we average it out, 2023 was about 713,000. 2024, it ended at 700,000.
Okay.
So
you think
do I think in 2025 the prices are going to come lower? I highly doubt it. But is it going to jump? Definitely not, because there is expectation of over 29,000 condos coming into market in 2025 in occupancy. So these are all pre-construction condos that are coming into occupancy. So
you don't think that the condo market is going to go lower than what it is right now, right?
I mean, it could, but I think we've seen majority of the drop happen. And as we can see in the graph, in 2024, we had majority of the units, majority of the average price hover around the 700,000. Like if you can look at January, we were at, let's say, 682,000. We went up to 700,000. It went as much as 730,000 by May. And that's keeping into consideration April, the news for capital gain tax came out. And then slowly after that, the average price went down. It went down to $681,000, almost 682,000. So do I think going forward the prices are going to come down? Again, over each month it could fluctuate up and down. Would it go down further than that? I could see the average price maybe go down to 680,000, let's just say on average. But again, we're going to be around around the $700,000 mark. I don't think there's going to be massive gains in the condo market. And we're going to talk about when we can expect the gains to happen.
For condos.
For condos. So for us to understand when the condo market is going to go up, is we got to understand how the new condominium sale was actually behaving. So
what do you mean, the pre-construction, you mean?
Pre-construction. Okay. So how the sales for pre-construction were going. So if we look at this chart here, we can see in 2020, we had an average of just over 13,000 units sold. Then 2021, the market
the year of
took off. Everyone was buying condos, resell everything. We had one of the best years that was like 23,000 sales, over 23,000 pre-construction sales in new condos. 22 it was 19, and then 23 it dropped down to 10,000.
Big difference.
Yeah. And 2024 we ended the year with 3,600 sales. With 3,600 sales, the average 10-year for new condo sales has been hovering at about 15,000 sales. So we're drastically below the average sales for new condos. If the new condos are not selling right now in 2024, 2025, fast forward 4 years, 5 years from now, there's going to be a shortage of condos. What's expected in 2028 in terms of completion of condos? They're expecting about 8,000 units to go into occupancy.
Okay.
That's if everyone's on time. So let's just call it somewhere between 6,000 to 8,000 units going into occupancy. Put things into perspective. Last year, we had 30,000 units going into occupancy. From now till 2028, there's going to be a huge influx of immigration coming into Toronto itself. And the demand for condos will definitely rise. Not a lot of supply there. So even though right now we see there's a huge supply of condos, no one's buying condo, but this could be the opportunity for people to actually get into a market that is becoming affordable and purchase something that an end user could live in. We're not talking about just buying a one bedroom plus den.
Yeah.
We're talking about buying something that's family friendly, larger type units, buy something around 1,000 square feet if possible. Those I think will have a huge potential for growth down the road in about 3 to 4 years. In terms of someone saying, hey, listen, I just want to buy a condo, get into the market, I think regardless of it, there are so many good deals out there that you can buy that were not around even a year ago.
Yeah.
And I think the window of opportunity for buying condos in the next year is going to be wide open for those people who want to get into the market. The interest rates are coming down and gives them a way to, if they have the down payment, to instead of paying the rent, pay the mortgage. Because,
they're already paying the mortgage, but
Well, I mean, the mortgage rates went up. The rental rate went
yes,
up with
of
it.
course.
As the mortgage rate is dropping, the rental rate is also dropping. So what do we expect in terms of condo sales? I think the condo sales are still gonna remain low, but with them becoming more affordable, with the rates dropping down, the sales will eventually pick up.
Growth, yeah.
In terms of rents, the rental rates are gonna come down slowly, and we've been seeing them come down, and the main reason of it is, again, affordability is coming into the market. A lot of people that can't afford to buy condos are going to buy condos as opposed to rent. So I think these are the few things we need to keep into consideration going into 2025.
Still, you see it as a buyer market, because we end 2024 as a buyer market, right?
Yeah.
So you think 2025 is going to be still remain as a buyer market, or it's going to change?
2025, is it going to remain as a buyer market for condos?
No, actually, this question is in general, because we see a lot of people that sellers are going to come to the market, right? In terms of the price and everything, you see it's going to be a buyer market.
Well,
you can say condo,
listen, buyer market is explained in terms of months of inventory,
yes.
Right? So the months of inventory right now in GTA as of December was hovering at four and a half months of inventory. So 4.5 months of inventory is a balanced market. So if we go over 5 months, we're going to hit into the buyer market territory. If we hit over 6 or 7, it's pure buyer market territory. So right now, as we sit in GTA, combining all condos, all home types, yes, we're in a balanced market, but we all know each area is different. That being said, if you're looking for a semi in beaches area or detached, it's pure seller's market, not a lot of inventory. Right now, we're seeing multiple offers happen in Freehold townhouse section in New Market area, in Aurora area. The reason for that is not a lot of supplies. Demand has picked up. I mean, there was a good example. We were looking for a couple of townhomes up in Aurora New Market.
Yes.
Few of these townhomes that were on the market September, October, suddenly they all sold in beginning of December. Reason being, we had the drop of interest rates happen.
Yes.
People saw the prices are going to peak. A couple of sales happen and people rushed to buy the remaining inventory. So I think the question should be, depending on where you're looking to purchase, is it in a buyer market territory or is it in a seller market territory? If you're looking to buy a condo, so it's a buyer market territory, you're going to have a field day going in and negotiating a good deal for yourself. But even within the condo market, if you're looking for a larger condo in downtown Toronto, it's going to be tough because not a lot of them are available. If you're going for a one bedroom, there's a lot of one bedrooms available. So I think that's where
so it depends to the area and okay.
Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. This year, what we're gonna do different is to bring much shorter clips in terms of YouTube shorts, reels, and have more value there. So be sure to follow us and subscribe to our YouTube and follow us on Instagram. I'm gonna put the Instagram down below. Be sure to follow both myself and Sanaz. And if there's any questions, you can always book a call with us, with any of the team members through the link below. Have a great day.
Have a good day.